just a license, so you're paying at your own risk. But I want you to know that I really do not care what you have to tell me. However, you pay me, so I sort of have to care, and I have to ask you these questions. For starters, what is your name? Okay, alright. Age? Alright. House address? Why do I need your house address? For billing, of course. Sorry if you hear the road by me outside that window right there in my office. A bunch of cars go by because they don't like me, because apparently my business is terrible. But anyway, okay, so house address for billing, age, okay. What is your favorite number? That's your favorite number? Like, you're being serious? Okay. You know, no judgment, sorry, no judgment, no judgment. Okay. Okay, okay. So that's your favorite number for some reason. Okay, make sure, okay, are you paying? Your mom's paying. Is this going through insurance? It's not. Okay, so since it's not going through insurance, I'm gonna need your mom's credit card information. Alright. I'm also gonna need the 4-digit, or the 3 digits on the back. Yep. And, expiration date. And zip code. Alright, cool. Thank you. Alright, alright, alright. What else do I need from you? I think that's it. I think it's all I professionally need from you to make sure that we can continue what we're doing. Alright. So, tell me why you're coming in today. Okay. So you're coming in because of that, correct? Because of that problem or that issue. Okay, okay. From what it sounds like it's coming from a area of neglect. Okay, so it sounds like you're coming from an area of hate and just, I mean, sounds like you're hating. Sounds like you're just a big hater for some reason. But anyway, we'll go through it. Okay, so let's just start with, how old were you when this thing happened? When you found out, sorry, rather, how old were you when you found out that you hated this thing? No, it's not just like you hated it. So tell me, how old when you found out you hated this thing? Okay. Okay. I mean, it's not terrible. I mean, I think that there's always room to grow and learn. But anyway, okay, and you hate this exact thing, correct? So you hate water sounds, is that correct? Because they sound too liquidy. Explain that to me. Explain how you hate water sounds because they sound too liquidy. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you hate water sounds because they sound too liquidy. And water's liquid, water's wet. Is water not wet? Okay, okay, sorry. I'm not bringing up that debate. That debate was a couple years ago. We're not. Sorry. You're right, you're right. I can't get political in here. Therapist, I forgot. Okay, okay, we'll move on from that. Alright, we'll put a little pin in that. Alright. Okay, so let's move down the list. What else do you hate actually? Moving to another hate item. What other thing do you hate? You hate wood sounds. You hate wood sounds. Like tapping on wood, the crunching on wood, like what? All of it. All of it. Okay. Okay. because it sounds like. Okay, so you hate the way Mr. Crab walks. You hate the sounds of Mr. Krabs, and sometimes wood sounds can sound like that. I don't know what you're hearing. I think you need your ears checked. But that's the only reason. Oh, and you just hate nature. Okay, well, again, hate. You know, you're coming from this area of just hate. You just hate everything. For some reason, you just hate everything. For some reason, I don't really understand why. I don't understand who affected you or what happened. But you just come from an area of hate. So let me write all this down real quick. Comes from an area of hate. Apparently hates a lot of things. Neglection, abuse, sorrow. Are those the reasons for your hate? No. Alright, let's move on from hate. Let's move on to understand. What things do you understand? You understand that sounds make sounds. Did I hear that correctly? Oh, okay, sounds make sounds. Okay, and sounds make sounds because why? Because it's supposed to. That's what you understand. Because they're supposed to. What else do you understand? Alright, this is getting ridiculous. You understand that color is color, correct? So sound is sound, color is color. What? What? Sound is sound and color is color is what you understand. But you're trying to tell me that Mr. Krabs, or the wood sounds like Mr. Krabs walking. Are you serious? So sound and sound is color, but you want to tell me that? Or you want to tell me that water's too liquidy? The fucking water sounds are too liquidy? Are you serious? Are you good? I mean, obviously you're not good because you're here, but you're not making any sense to me right now. None of this makes any sense. But you know what? Again, we're here for you. We're here to live in your imagination world, so we'll just go from there. Sounds make sounds. Well, color makes color. Okay, color's color. Okay. Anything else that you understand that's not the same thing twice? Dog is cat. What? Dog is cat. Dog is cat. What do you mean dog is cat? What do you mean dog is cat? Yeah, I told you not to say the same thing twice, but dog is cat. How is dog is cat? Okay. Just because it eats, sleeps, poops, and walks on four legs does not mean that dog is cat. Yes, they both have tail, but they both do different things. Okay. Well, a cat purrs. A dog barks. Okay, yes, a cat can meow. And yes, a dog can growl, so it's kind of the same. It's not the same. Fine. Dog is cat. Cat is dog. I mean, Jesus Lord. I mean, I don't understand what. Okay, so we talked about the things that you hate and the things that you understand. Now here comes the big area, the spectrum area that I'm going to be asking some questions about. Okay, is forgiveness. Like, what have you forgiven or who have you forgiven? So name somebody or name something that you have forgiven. And why? Okay, you know what? That's actually a pretty good answer. Forgive sweetness, and then you want to get another one because you're like, damn, that's so sweet, that's so damn good. I get it. I get it. I can't be mad at that. That's probably the first thing you said this whole session that we've had that somewhat have made sense to me. Okay. Now what else? You forgive flower for being a flower. Like the plant flower. Or the flower. Like, as in like baking flour. Flower the plant for being a flower plant. Okay. Flower being flower plant. I mean, you know those two things are different, right? You have the flower as in baking flour. And then flower as in plant, right? Okay. Okay, you know what you're talking about. Obviously you do. Anything else? Okay, see, that's a good one. Forgive. Oh, sorry. Forgive what? Forgive mom. Poor. Neglection. You know, I mean, that's a big deal. You could give your mom for neglecting you, right? I mean, that's a step in the right direction. We can all hurt in that regard. But in reality, at the end of the day, they're human. And as long as she apologized, and she hasn't apologized. She won't admit that she did it. I mean, are you like, did it actually, is it still happening? Did it actually happen? Oh. She just gave you an iPad and told you to screw off. Well, I mean, if you want to count that as in the collection, I mean, majority of kids these days growing up are just iPad kids, so, I mean, if you want to, okay, you're calling it neglection, okay, we'll call it neglection, okay. Okay. Alright, what else have you forgiven or forgave? Okay. I mean, that's not really, what you just said made no sense. You're forgiven of the forgiving of giving in Thanksgiving. Okay, I'm gonna say that again. You are forgiving of giving in Thanksgiving. Okay, so you are forgiving of giving in Thanksgiving. Is that correct? Forgiving of giving in Thanksgiving. So you're forgiving of giving in Thanksgiving. Jesus, okay. Okay. I'm not even gonna question it. I'm just gonna say, okay, we're just gonna roll with it. So far, how have you felt? Have you felt better? Do you feel like you're being judged? I mean, you can't really blame me, honestly. I mean, with what I have right here in my notepad, I don't think you can really blame me. It sounds like you're spending too much time on the damn phone. I'm gonna sound like your mama. Maybe it's the damn phone. That's what I think it is, personally. So, but with what I've been told, I think it's the phone that you're using. Probably what you didn't watch this video with, huh? But yeah. Do you feel better though, in reality? You do? Okay, good. Good. I'm glad. I think we touched on some very key focal points here. I would suggest that you go see a ASMR doctor to make sure that you are not hallucinating even a therapist. So,